everybody, it's Diana with Stamping with Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you're joining me today. We have started out a new month. Can you believe it's September already? Oh my gosh. So September means I have new goodies and new guts. So that's what I'm going to share with you for my Di's shorts today. And what this does is it gives me a place that I can send you when you get your guts package. You can earn those. You can earn goodies or guts. It's something that I do. If you order $75 in a month, you can pick one or the other. If you order $150 before tax and shipping, you can get both. So that's basically what I'm going to show you today. And then that way I have one video that I can reference you back to, so that when you get your gut packets, if you choose those, then you can follow along. It's kind of like a free class, a little incentive that I offer my customers, just as a thank you for picking me as a demonstrator. And I am in Santan Valley, Arizona, and my name is Diana. I have been a demonstrator since 1999, so a long time. So I do enjoy my job, and I enjoy our little chats on the side. So if you are seeing the chat live, then I love to answer your questions. And if not, if you don't see that, then please put it down in the comments, and then YouTube will let me know when you have a question or comment so that I can reply. I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. That way you don't miss a video when I go live or upload. Alright, so I'm going to stop blabbering so that I can switch the camera and we can get started. Alright, here we go. Okay, as well as a new goodies and guts that I have for September, I also have a new host code. So if you are placing an order in my store, that is the code for this month. If you are in one of my stamp clubs, please don't use the code, because then you have your own code that I have already emailed you. If you are ordering over $150 before tax and shipping, then definitely don't use the code, because then you'll get your own host benefits. So that's something that's going on. We also have a few specials going on. This is a busy month. So the Cottage Rose bundle, that is a current item, and so is the Cottage Wreaths. This is in the main catalog, this is in the mini catalog. But we have a new bundle called Warm Welcome, and then that's what you'll see on the flyer here. You'll also be able to find it in my online store, because in October it's World Card Making Day. So Stampin' Up is going to be doing a video or whatever, and these are the bundles that they're going to be using when they do the make and takes. So this is just their way of letting you, if you want to stamp along, that you can get this stuff ahead of time. If you order the bundle, if you ordered by October the 1st, I'm reading the things, you get one freebie per order. So if you order one of these bundles, then you just want to make sure that the free iridescent pearls pops up in your cart. If not, give me a holler. You don't want to close your order before that's added. Alright, so you can see this flyer if you go to my blog, and that is stampingwithdi.com, and that's my blog. You'll be able to find the flyer. We also have some new dies. Now, you saw me use on my video a couple days ago, I used the Piggy die, which was the little wagon, and I also used the Apple Blossoms die, which was the twig and the leaves. You can get those now. So when I did the video, it was just demonstrator only, but now everybody can. So you can also get this flyer on my blog as well. So there's the new Apple Harvest die, or the Apple Blossom dies, which goes with the Apple Harvest stamp set. So any of these, if you have the stamp set already, you can just get the die. If you don't have the stamp set, Stampin' Up has bundled the price so that you save 10%. So there's the Apple Harvest bundle, the Fresh Cut Flowers bundle, the Birthday Piggy bundle, that's the one I used as well, the Trimming the Tree bundle, Waterfall Canyon bundle, and the Yeti to Party bundle. Now keep in mind, these are available only while supplies last, so they might not make it till the end of September. So if there's any of these dies that you want to make sure that you get them right away. Okay, so now let's go to the goodies and the guts. So what you have is you have your choice of guts, so that's this little packet here, or the goodies. And then the goodies are the adhesive back sequins and gems. And I took them out of the, now this isn't part of it, this is just something I keep them in. So I took them out of the plastic, and I've used a couple. But these are gorgeous. They look like jewelry. Like these I almost want to put on my ear because it looks like a beautiful earring. But anyway, so these are the adhesive back sequins and gems. So these are the goodies and the guts. And if you order 75 before tax and shipping in the month, you can pick one or the other. And like I said, if you order 150 before tax and shipping in the month, you get both. Now that is an accumulative, so if you order, you know, $50 today, you will actually earn a reward point, because I have that as well. The reward points are one order though, like you have to spend at least 50 on one order to get the reward point, where the goodies and the guts are a little bit differently. That's just accumulative in the month. So if you ordered 50 today and then 30, you know, later on, those two orders together equal 75, so that counts. So I didn't want to take away my reward points. So that's why I kind of have two different rules. I know it can be confusing. All right, so this is the guts packet. So let me get that open and we will get started on that. Okay. So let's see, it's almost like Christmas time, right? What is in the first card? All right, so this is this card. So this is actually this one here. So this will be one of the cards that you'll be able to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the card so that you can see how to make it when you get your packet. Now, this die is not available anymore, but all the pieces to make this card are in your packet. All right, and I always say don't forget to stamp your envelope. So these are the pieces. Now I will be a little bit more clear on what I'm using than I usually do for my lives, just so that when you are following back, you can see what I'm using. All right, so we have Early Espresso. That's your card base. And this is what I put on the inside. Now, nothing is stamped on your projects. You have to have, you know, the stamps what you want at home. You can adapt it really easy. I did use this birthday piggy for my greetings for this card. And then here is that tree lot die, but this isn't available anymore. This ran out. That was actually a celebration item, but like I said, those pieces are in your packet. And then I also am using the stylus shapes, so that way you know what I used. All right, so then you have a piece of basic white, and that's going to go on the inside. And this is the He's All That DSP. So let's just kind of, just so I can put stuff off the desk. Okay, I had to go get another seal. All right, so let's put our card together. Let's see. So I just kind of staggered these two pieces. I don't always do that, but I did for this card. So I'm just staggering these pieces of DSP, and then that's going to go on the inside of the card. And then if anything sticks out, you can just trim it. So just trim that off. So So I've been working on my September class in the mail, so I'm waiting for something to come so I can finish the last project, and then I'll share those with you as well. All right, so let's see. Not today, obviously. All right, so let's see. This is the Go to Your Happy Place. So what I'm going to do is, what I usually do is I want to make sure that I have inked up my greeting fairly straight. I'm going to be using the Real Red. So I'm just going to ink up, because this is a red rubber. So I'm just inking that up, and I'm stamping it on here. I'm just looking through the block at my sticker, and I can see I assembled that pretty good. So we're going to put that on the inside. All right, then I want my Enjoy the Ride, and I don't stamp as straight as I do when I don't have the camera right in front of my face, so I apologize. All right, let's see here. Enjoy the Ride. That looks pretty good. If I go too low, my head gets in the way. All right, so enjoy the ride. So we have our two little things stamped. And now let's put our card together. All right, so you have a piece of your DSP. And then what I did was I cut one at an angle. And then that's just going to get glued right on the top of that. And I like to use a green tip glue, and I've just put it in this little container. When I have to do things like that, it just gives me a little bit of wiggle room, just in case I'm off a little bit. You can also use your Stamparatus, but I'm just going to use my green tip glue today. And then just match your edges up. Like that. And then you're seeing both DSPs. Oops, hang on a minute. This is the wiggle room I talked about. I jiggled it a little bit. There we go. All right, so see how you can see both of the DSPs. Now this is totally up to you. You might decide you just want this to be solid. And I always tell you, when you're doing your cards, these are your own cards. So if you decide you want to use, you know, maybe you want to use this background, it's totally up to you. I love when you share with me like, oh, I did my card a little different and I use this stamp set or I use that. I love seeing your ideas so much. All right, now I just glued that right onto there. Then we have, this is going to go here. We have this. Let's build our trailer. So we have our cute as a button trailer. And what you want to do is we are going to trim this off and glue it to here. And what that does is it will give me, I'm looking for my good scissors. Okay, I found them. I have so many pairs of scissors. Okay, so what you're going to do is we want to trim this off so that we have our wheel and our hitch are going to be black. So I'm simply just going to cut the wheel off of my Sahara Sand trailer. And then we're just going to glue it on here. And then you've got the little wheel and the little hitch. All right, so all I want to do is I'm just going to add my green tip glue. And I'm just putting it around the trailer that I know that the Sahara Sand is going to cover. So this is so fun. Oh my gosh. So hopefully you're excited about the little trailer card. All right, so see, now we have a black wheel and we have our hitch. Then this paper has the soft succulent, so I wanted to make sure I put some soft succulent on my trailer. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my adhesive on the trailer. So then I can just drop this piece right on there. So it's glued on there. And go slower than me. I'm trying to make the video not be too long. All right. Then this and right over here. and then just give it a minute to set up. Isn't this the cutest little thing? Okay, so then you also have this piece of white, and I want that to go back here so that, you know, you can see it inside the trailer basically. All right, so we're gonna put a couple little glue dots, or not glue dots, but dimensionals. So I want to put one here, here, and here. And what that will do is it will attach to the white, and it will give us some like 3D kind of look to the trailer. And that way we're not seeing through the windows, like, because I'm going to put it on here, so we would see that crushed curry back there, and I don't want to see that crushed curry. So we're just going to drop this on here. So now when you look at it, so see, oh, see how I didn't really need that one. And then if it sticks out a little bit, just give it a trim. No one is going to see this back here. But now you've got, you know, your inside of your trailer. I also wanted to put a tiny little curtain. So I want to just really carefully just put a little tiny bit of green tip glue just right inside there. Take your pick tool, and we're going to drop this little curtain inside the window area. And now our trailer has that cute little window inside. All right, so let's finish our card. You also got in your packet a little bag of embellishments. So don't lose that, because we're going to need that in a second. All right, so let's put our card together. And it's so fun when I get customers, they're like, oh, I love the guts, oh, I love the goodies. And then some of you get both every month, and I appreciate any order at all. But I do love that you are enjoying the goodies and the guts. It's kind of like a free class in a way. All right, so now we have our cute little trailer, so that's going to go here. And I'm going to put this on with dimensionals as well, so we'll just leave that little guy there. All right, so I'm just going to put some dimensionals around. We don't need tons. Let's put one on that wheel too. And that will hold our trailer on the card. I was back and forth if I wanted the brown down here or the green. And I found that down here, when I did the brown, it was too dark. And I wanted to be able to see the hitch, and this was too dark, so that's why I ended up, you know, going that way. All right, so let's see. We also want enjoy the ride, and I just kind of stuck that like in here, in the inside there, so the trailer was kind of covering it. So just put a couple dimensionals along here, and that will hold on to our tag. Now this little tag came from the Piggy die. All right. So that looks good. So enjoy the ride. Oh, I forgot to put the inside. How funny. No. How funny. All right. And there I was for that final picture, and that wasn't much of a show when I didn't have the inside. All right, now also don't forget, after I talked about the little embellishments, inside here is a little, these are the metallic. I'm just going to dump them all out on the table, but don't lose them if you do that. So you have this tiny little metallic metallic gem, and I'm just going to put it on the door. So the door has like a little doorknob on there, and you can still see the little bar. But isn't that so cute? So enjoy the ride. Go to your happy place and stay here all day. All right, so that's the first card. Let me clean up my mess and we'll get on to card number 2. These were what I used on the trailer. So these are the rustic metallic adhesive backed dots. All right, I had them over on my table. Okay, let's see. Let's get card number 2 out of our envelope. And this is card number 2. I thought it would be nice to do a Christmas card. And here's the inside. So let me show you how to do that one. These are what I used for this one, were the deckled rectangles. We're also using Festive Pearls. Decorated with Happiness is the stamp set. So this, I could not resist using this DSP that I did last week. And this was that fox card. So I wanted to do something that was kind of similar. And this is what I came up with. All right. So again, don't forget, stamp your envelope. And these are all the pieces that just went everywhere. All right. I want a grid sheet. Right, so we have Old Olive is our card base, and then you have this for the inside and this for the inside. So let's just get those glued, just so I don't lose pieces. All right, and then if you have to trim, just trim just trim the edges. I'm not having much luck with my gluing today. Let's see here. I'm trying to go fast, and I should just take my time. Take my time. All right, there and there. All right, the inside, I just wanted to look real quick what I did for the inside. All right, so the colors that we're going to be using are Real Red, Pool Party, Old Olive, and Shaded Spruce. What a mess on my desk, because I have so much to share. Okay, so the inside, I have to keep looking at the thing. All right, so we want Wishing. So my wishing. All right, now this is a photopolymer, so I'm going to grab my mat just so that I have a little bit of gushiness. So if you are new to Stampin' Up, we have photopolymer, which is the ones you can see through. Then we have cling, and that's what I used when I did the with the little piggy stamp set that was used for the trailer. So you don't see through those. So these ones you can see through. But you have to use a little mat if you have any issues with them stamping really good. And this just gives you a little bit of cushioning that the photopolymer don't have that the cling do. All right, so I keep looking at the finished card. All right, so wishing you a season decorated with happiness and wonder. So that goes on the inside. Then I want to take my Real Red. Let me just open my pads up. Pool Party and Old Olive. All right, so this is a two-step stamp, which means you have one side or one piece is like a line image, and then you have like a splotchy kind of one. So I'm going to go solid with my real red, and I'm just going to put my ornament right here. Then we have this image here, which is the splotchy, because you could leave it like that, but now I want to clean this because I'm using just the classic ink pads, which are water based. So I'm going to stamp in Pool Party over top of my ornament, which will give it a little bit of color. But what happens is, because these are water based, that this ink, this stamp, let me show you on the scrap, has picked up a little bit. Can you see that? It has picked up a little bit of the ornament, the red ink. So if you're going to make a whole bunch of these cards, which I hope you do after you make the one, I hope you fall in love with it and go, that's my Christmas card. You want to clean it in between, or you'll be getting that red ink into your pool party. So just make sure you clean it in between. Alright, so there's the inside. Now let's get the outside. And I'm going to put a grid sheet on top of my mat, only because I'm going to be stamping off of the paper and I don't want to get it all over my mat. Alright, so we're going to choose the Bows of Jolly. Now I put the greeting first because then it helps me get my other images placed properly. Alright, so we're going to go Bows of Jolly. And then I'm going to put my ornament. Now this was just me. You could practice on your scrap. But I want to put my ornament first so that I have it in the right place. Alright, so now this is a different ornament. So I want it there. This one has a different little wiggle wiggle. So I want to clean it just to make sure it's good and clean. So Pool Party. I loved the Pool Party on here. It was just such a fresh color. Alright, so Pool Party. So there we've got it on our ornament. Alright. Then we have this pine bough, however you pronounce it. And I want this to go like this. So that's why I put my ornament first, because then I can hang it on the pine bow. So I'm going to use Shaded Spruce. Now this is a big stamp. So I'm just kind of doing it off so I can see it good. So we've got pine bow in Shaded Spruce. Shaded Spruce is one of the colors on that Bows DSP. Alright, so then I'm just going to hook my ornament on my branch like that. Then this one has a two-step too. So here is your color that you can add. You could leave it totally like that and just have your branch. I want my branches to be a little fuller, so I'm going to use Old Olive. So I'm going to ink this up with Old Olive. And I'm going to stamp it off just so that they're a little bit lighter. And then you can see through. And now my branches have some color to them. Alright, so now I can close my pads. I'm going to let that dry for a sec, because this, like I said, it is the classic ink. They are water-based, so just give it a second to dry. It's a little humid here. We had a lot of rain last night. A big storm went through, knocked the power out for several hours. So we've had quite a monsoon season this year. Alright, so I also want to, because this beautiful DSP, Designer Series paper, has these splatter things on it. So I kind of want this to have that splatter look too. So I'm going to take my dark, soft, succulent blends, and I'm going to use the brush side, and we're just going to flick this into the lid, and that will splatter out ink. So now this piece looks similar to the other one. So you've got some splatters going on. All right, so let's put our card together. Let's get our inside in. So what's in the card? All right. So this is a little longer dies shorts than normal. Well, I shouldn't say that. Sometimes they're longer. But I wanted to make sure that I got this video done right at the beginning of the month. Otherwise, it wouldn't be till next week. All right. So this is just that beautiful DSP. So I'm just sticking that on the front of the card. And then this is one of the deckled rectangles, but it's the smaller one. And I just wanted a little bit of it sticking out the edge here, just to add a little bit of color. Now you could put it many places. You could put it like this, you could put it like this. I mean, it's totally up to you. All right, so I'm gonna take some mini glue dots. I'm gonna have to get some more soon. All right, let's see here. And I'm just going to lay that right on that DSP, just so that it's sticking out of the edge. But I wanted it to have kind of that, see, it has a shadow because it has some dimension to it because it's sticking up. So I wanted to add that. All right, then I need to, let me get some big glue dots. So put this on the card. And a baby one over in that corner, since I didn't put that on super even. All right. Now I want this to be kind of askew, so it's totally up to you, but I kind of liked it kind of, I guess that's the word, askew, a little crooked. So I'm putting it on there kind of at an angle. Then you also got in your little envelope, you have some of the Festive Pearls. So you've got 5 there. You don't have to use all of them if you don't want to. So you've got a little jewel there. And then if you want, so I'll do one with and one without so you can see the difference. So you have your little 5 jewels. If you want, you can put them around in here. So I put them in the tree. So, but I want to give you a choice, and that's way, you know, instead of sticking them off and then try to pick it off after you don't like them, this way you can see the difference. So here I just emphasized that little ornament, and here I put some around the tree. So it looks like maybe like lights or something. All right, so that is card number 2. So let me, okay. The final project is this so cute little Halloween box. And this is what they make. So you're going to get one box, but I'm just showing you. You might get polka dot or you might get stripes. I only have so many, so you want to make sure that you place your order early in the month so that I don't run out of the guts for this project. All right, so here is how to make this cute little box. Now I'm just going to make the box, but what you would do is when you're making it, you would put your little treat in there before you close it. All right, so we're just going to kind of get all your scores going. So I just kind of score, because it's all scored for you. All right. Pull out all these little pieces. Okay. Now when you fold the bottom, you want to put this in first, then these two, and then bring that piece in. And then that folds your little box. Then I like to give these kind of a tiny little crease because they come back this direction. And that's why I like to get it kind of scored ahead of time. Then you're simply just kind of squish down on it, and there's that little hole on that side, and that sneaks into there like that. And there's your box all put together. Is that not the cutest little thing? So that's why you want to put, you know, your little candies or your little treat in there. If you don't do Halloween, you can certainly just use the pieces and just, you know, not put the Halloween stuff on there. All right, so now this one I grabbed the black one. Now the only difference between the two, let me show you the other one, is one is going to be a purple and one is black. So the purple one, I'm using Gorgeous Grape, and I'm using the stamp set Scary Cute, and I'm using Boo and the little bats. So if your box is the little purple label, I just stamped little bats all around with the Gorgeous Grape on the little purple label. The one I grabbed just to show today is just the black label, so I didn't stamp anything on there. But we do want to stamp a Boo on our tag. Now this is just the stamp set that I chose. This is in the mini catalog. You might have, you know, another Halloween one that you could totally use. All right, so I have Boo, but the Scary Cute works perfect. Alrighty, then we're just going to assemble. So I'm going to put a little glue dot in the center of my circle, and it is a vellum. So what I'll do is I will make sure that my little skeleton guy covers that. So you want to put a little glue dot on our skeleton. And the skeletons, I'm trying to think if some had different hand, like if their hands were different, but it's just going to be, you know, there's an assortment. All right, so there's that. We're going to put our little Boo on there. Just give it a second to dry. All right, so then we have Boo. Then inside your little envelope with your bling, you have a little piece of baker's twine. So just put your tag on here like that so that your tag will hang. You're going to take a little glue dot and put the hand on this little clip, tiny little bobby pin, or not bobby pin, clothespin. So then we're just going to bring this over. And, now if you want, you could tie it, you know, you could tie it to the box. I just kind of draped it over, and I used my clip, and it just grabs the string. I'm trying to see through there. There we go. It grabs the string and then it holds the tag on. So there's your little box. So let me show you the other one just in case you get, you know, the purple one. But aren't they so fun? Oh my gosh. So you'll get just one box, but like I said, you might get stripes, you might get polka dots. You might get a purple tag or a black tag. But basically you put them together the same way. So let me show you the 3 projects for this month. So these are the guts that you'll make. I know that's, I don't know why I call them that, but basically it's the guts that you need to make your cards. I have been saying it since I started as a demonstrator. All right, so those are the guts, or the goodies are the adhesive backed gems. So that's basically your choices for September. Let me turn the phone so I can say see you later, alligator. Ah! too close. All right, so if you have any questions, make sure you holler at me. But I hope you are excited for this month's Goodies and Guts. I know I had fun coming up with the cards and playing with everything. But like I said, keep in mind while supplies last, because I only have so many of the cute little boxes. So just don't forget about that. All right, so I'm gonna say see you later. Have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday for my Mimeograph Monday with a twist. That's 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. And like I said, if you have any questions, make sure you reach out. All right, have a good weekend, everybody. Bye for now.